But what we're going to do is the first order of business. First order of business is how do you start and stop a bike without brakes, right? So we're going to go ahead and have you get your bikes, and I want you to meet me right over here. There's a little red line. I want you to kind of line up.
Brent. Ian.
Pike. Nathan. Isaac. Jasmine. Elliot. Andrew. Spencer. Addie. Sorry. Maddie. David. All right. Hopefully I'll start to learn. If I say hey dude, I say color your good stuff. Please forgive me. I'll try. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to look at your bike. Those that have the toe straps and clips, I want you to look at how you're going to put your feet in there. You go ahead and straddle the bike, step over the top of the bike. I want you to take one foot, put it in the toe thing. See if it fits. Shoes are sometimes so fat that they can't even fit in there. So first thing that we got to figure out is how to get the strap loosened and how to tighten the strap. You use one finger and you push the clip away to loosen it. On the bottom of the strap and tighten. It is tricky to tip your toe into it. So yeah, there's on some of them there's a little triangle piece where you can kind of push your toe on and then push your foot in. And the trick to taking them out is to drop your heel and let your foot slide out of it. Just do that on one side. And then if you want, you can lift up your back heel, turn the pedal around. All right, where's my, remind me your name again?
Ian.
Ian, come on over here. So I'm going to use Ian as my demonstrator because Ian is an experienced fixed-gear rider. So, and I say this because he has these kind of pedals. The reason we don't have you ride clips is because the toe clips are a little more forgiving. And we've had some broken collarbones, okay? What happens is you're gonna learn 4 P's from me as beginners. The first P, and the one that I want you to remember tonight, is pedal. You can't coast. And you think, well, this is crazy, I have no brakes and I can't coast, what the heck? Well, the idea is that you're going to use the banking to speed yourself up and the banking to slow yourself down and some of your leg muscle. But if you stop pedaling and your foots are attached really, really good, like Ian's, you may get launched over the handlebars, okay? But in the case of your toe clips, your feet will slide out and you'll just be balancing on your wheel, and you're like, I can't control this bike because guess what? You control it also over the pedal. If that happens to you and you forget to pedal, just don't panic. Come down onto where it's flat at the bottom of the track, wherever you're at, just come down onto the flat part and we'll grab you, literally. I will grab you on the bike to help you stop. Or I've run into the grass actually myself to slow down if I've lost control of the bike. None of you are going to lose control of the bike, but I just want you to know that kind of thing so you can keep that in mind. Pedal, pedal, don't stop pedaling. And if you hear me shout at you, pedal, 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 it's only because I don't want you to get launched. Okay. So, the way you start and stop the bike, we're going to go into the circle. This is our warm-up circle. This is how you access the track. We're going to go into it. We're going to ride this way, just like we are riding on the track. You want to get your bike into a position of power. So, the position of power is where you put your dominant leg, you're going to put the pedal right at the down toe. And you are going to push down and lift your body up into the saddle as you're going. You're going to have your foot in that strap in the toe, in the position of power. You're going to lift yourself up. You're not going to worry about this leg. This leg one's going to push you off, it's going to get you going, and then eventually as you go around the circle, you're going to tip that toe. It takes a while, and you're going to get both feet in. When you get both feet in, you're going to go around a couple times, and then you're going to come back out here and stop. That's the tricky part. When I say it's time to stop, I want you to know that this is like the downhill fall on a ski resort. Don't go this way. When you come out of here, I want you to turn this way so that you can stop where it's kind of flat. Okay, so you're going to come out and turn your body. You're going to come out and turn your body. All right, so again, I want you to go ahead and demonstrate what I just said. Turn the bike this way. Put yourself in positional power. I want you to watch how he lifts himself up as he takes off. Take off, Ian. See how he lifts off? He doesn't really like he got in like that. But he didn't need to worry about that second foot. Everybody should be clipped in or in the toes. Your feet should be in at least one of your legs. And it should be in a position where you can pedal and go. So what I want to do is I want to start, and I'm going to push you one at a time into the circle, okay? You're going to just keep riding the circle until everybody's in there. If for whatever reason you're going faster than the person in front of you, the person in front of you should stay to the inside of the circle, and the faster person is going to go on the outside, and it's going to let them, hey, I'm passing you. Just stay calm, it's fine. So all right, let's see you go. I'm going to have Ian take off, and you're going to follow Ian. So go ahead, Ian. Head on around the circle. Go on after him. Going after him. See how they're just lifting up. Don't worry about pedal number 2. Go ahead and go.
We're in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They're going back.
Must be nice.
Slow down.
I'm just going to talk about the different parts of the track. Where's Terry? Oh, you're right there. Terry, you come up here. Any lanes? So you guys can just sit right there and watch. So I want you guys to know, James is on the track, I'm going to pay attention to him. On our track, and it's an international standard, there's 3 riding positions and 3 passing lanes. So one of the other P's that you're going to learn tonight is to be predictable. So if you're riding in a riding position and you follow our passing lanes, you are being predictable and you won't crash. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand in each position. I want you to make a note of where we're standing, and I'm going to teach you what to do when you need to pass somebody on the track. Same way worldwide. So, all right, Terry, go ahead and stand at the boards. Elaine, go ahead and stand here in the sprinter's lane. And I'm going to be a rider that's passing. So this is a riding position. This is kind of like a fast lane on the freeway. This lane is for fast efforts. So typically you're not hanging around here going slow. But let's just say I'm doing a workout and I'm just going way faster than me. She's going to ride along. My job to come around her above, and I'm going to say, stay! So that she doesn't try and change lanes. So when I say stay, Elaine, what do? Stay in your lane. She doesn't try and get out of the way. She doesn't go, what? And she doesn't change speed. And basically it's my job to make sure I pass her. I look, and I make sure that I don't come too close in front of her and chop her wheel if I want to come back in here. If this was a race, typically I'm not going to bother coming down in front of her anyway. I'm above her, I'm going faster because she's down low and it's shorter. I'm going faster, and typically if I carry my speed all the way to the finish line, I'll finish ahead of her. Because I'm going faster. Alright, so she's in one lane. Terry's in another lane. I'm coming along. This is actually a place where you can recover in San Diego. You can go slow here. Other tracks where the banking is very steep, you can't recover here. You'll slide down the track. But if you're here and I need to pass, I can't pass above it. There's only one place I can pass it, and that's below. So I go, stay! So he's not going to move. So I know, I'm confident, he knows what stay means, and I'm going to be able to get back and just continue my line. This is a riding position. This is called the boards. In LA, it's called the balustrade, or it's called the rail, or if I say satellite, this means I want you to ride up high. Okay. The other position is this blue line, stairs line, relief line, has a lot of names. This is kind of like your medium speed, tempo, workout, middle of the track. If you're here, everybody knows what you're doing. Pretty much you're not going to change lanes. So if somebody comes up behind me, like Elaine's behind me, come on Elaine, I'm going too slow, but she needs to pass me. So what is she going to do? Stay. She's going to go above me into a passing position, and then she's going to come down, making sure that she doesn't chop my wheel. Alright, so I want to remind all of my level 2 and level 1. 3 riding positions, 3 passing lanes. Standard worldwide on Velo. Okay, so you know those 3 things, you're going to be predictable and you're going to be safe. Okay, thank you very much. Volunteers. So, my level 2s, I want you to go ahead and take them out and roll them around and have, how about 2 groups? 2 groups do snakes. Yeah. Just have them do half apart on the track at the same time. Okay. Singles. Because what they're going to do, you guys are going to do. My level 1s. So level 2s, go ahead and grab your bikes. Everybody up to the rail. And I'm going to talk a little bit more to my level 1 about the anatomy of our track. So I just explained to you we've got a sprinter's lane, and we've got a blue line, we've got boards. The sprinter's lane has a white line. That white line goes all the way around the track. The white line is the shortest distance around our track. So if I was trying to do a time trial, I don't want to go any farther than I have to. So I'm going to ride on that white line. 333 meters is the size of our track. Some tracks are 250 meters. There's a few that are 400 meters. So there we go. So the white line, we call that the measurement line because that's the shortest way. Measurement line. The red line is it's a sprinter's line, but it measures the lane where the sprinter has to stay. If you're in that lane in a sprint, you may not come out of that lane, otherwise you'll get relegated by the officials because there may be a rider trying to pass you also sprinting. So if you came out of it, you may crash them. So know that the sprinter's lane is a very special place to be. The sprinter's lane is that white and red line all the way around the track. Okay, so this is the start and finish line right there. So if we have races or laps, that's where we take time for your 200s and time trials, and that's where we finish. 1, 2, 3, start finish line. That 200-meter line is the other white line on the other side, just below Adams Avenue Bicycles. There's a red line that's kind of to the left of the San Diego Velodrome sign, and there's a red line right here that intersects our track. We call that the pursuit line. And that line, basically, there's a race where they chase each other. One of the other catches the other, then the race is over. That's more of a time trial. On our track, we call them corners or turns. There's actually only 2 turns, but we call them turn 1 where that pole is, turn 2, where that pole is, turn 3, telephone pole, 4, well, light pole, turn 4. Actually on our track, you go into turn 1, you come out of turn 2, you go into turn 3, and you come out in turn 4. So if you hear me say half lap exchange or exchange in turn 1, I'm referring to this. If I say exchange in turn 3, I'm referring to that. Does that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you guys were trying your pedals on our warm-up track. The way you always get on our track is you're going to get on where it's flat on the back side. This is the front side, front stretch, back stretch, warm-up circle, cool down circle. You're going to experience all of these things. So, you always need to look. This is a part of being predictable. If I'm riding along and I'm doing this, everybody around me is going to go, oh, she wants to go right there. So I'm looking to make sure that right there is open, and then I go there. I usually don't have to say anything. I don't have to say last. I don't have to say anything else. People know where I'm looking, that's where I want to go. Okay? That's an important skill that I want you guys to learn, is to be able to look around, always look, know where everybody is. In track, you ride very close. So getting comfortable very close is something I hope that you will develop with this class. So the back stretch, front stretch, where the pursuit line is the flattest part on the track. That's where you want to get on. Okay? So you get onto the track where it's easy. You don't want to get onto the track where it's hard, where it's all steep, right? So you get onto the track, you transition out of that sprinter's lane, because that's the fast lane. You usually transition right up to the blue line, and that's where you're going to figure out, what am I doing on the track? So you don't ever get off on the front here. And the reason for that is, like right now Elaine's watching this, she's watching them do stuff. There may be somebody coming on the track. There may be a scorekeeper or a director all right here. So there's all kinds of stuff going on the front stretch. So you don't get off the track or on the track here. Always there. If during my classes, for whatever reason, I've whistled the end of the activity and you find yourself right here and I'm whistling, don't get off here. Just ride around. Go to the back and get off back there. It's totally okay to take a parade lap in my class. I'm happy with that. I'd rather you take a parade lap than get off in the corners and crash. Okay? So always get off on the backstretch. We will practice all of this. It's a lot of information. Okay, so when you're using the warm-up circle to get on, you get going, you get in your pedals, and then you look, make sure it's okay to get in, because there's stuff going on. Like if I wanted to get on the track right now, I'd be in that circle until I'm like, okay, it's open. After these guys come around, let's see if I can speed up and time my entrance between these two groups. That's how I would do it. I use that circle as a way to observe the track. And then I get on the track. I'll have a chance to practice that. The other way you get on the track is by rolling off of the boards. That's how you start a race. That's how we're going to do a lot of our activities. We're going to do that next because you don't have to worry about clipping in. It's awesome. So we're going to have you take your bikes up there, we're going to have you get your feet in both pedals, and then you're going to get your handles and the handlebars, and you're going to push the bike off. You're going to use the rail, push off, and you're going to pedal, you're going to use a little bit of banking, and you're going to go down to the bottom of the track, and you're going to ride around. You're going to do a whole lap. We'll have Elaine do this with you. You're going to do a whole lap, and then she's going to bring you off on the cool down circle so that you know how to get off of the track, and that's how you get on the track from the rail. So we'll have you practice that. After that, we're going to have you do what these guys are doing. So what these guys are doing is experiencing the banking. So they're following the leader. Some of them are too close. So when you go up track, it's hard. You have to pedal. When you come down track, it's easy. I want you guys just to float the pedals. So when I say float the pedals, that means let your feet go for a ride on the pedal. Don't apply any pressure. Just roll, 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 roll. Let the banking speed you up. You're going to feel yourself get fast, and then you're going to hit the flat or you're going to hit the hill, and then you have to apply the pressure. And then you can float, apply pressure. Float, apply pressure. This is exactly how I want you to experience how the banking controls your speed with one gear. Okay? So what they're doing is called snakes. And we're just following the leader. The person in the front is picking a line, letting them go all over to feel the banking. All right, yeah. If you want me to blow the whistle?
Easy enough, bring it in. Easy enough, bring it in.
All right, level 1. Do your bike, but just wait. I don't want you to cross the track until all these guys are off the track.
Hold your line.
How was that? I heard some cheers. So it's amazing how fast you can go. Well, that's why we got banking, so to hold you down, right? 'Cause you're going so fast. So yeah, it's amazing how fast it picks up. I heard a couple people mention that suddenly you found yourself on top of the rider in front of you, right? Because it goes fast downhill. So this is how you use the banking to get out of the way and to get on the end of the train. So maybe you have any questions about that or any other comments about that? It's kind of cool, huh? It's kind of cool. Yes. And also, if your straps are long, you'll hear the straps hitting the concrete. This is one of the reasons why we don't have road bikes on the track, is because the bottom bracket is higher than a road bike, so that you have more clearance. So you can definitely scrape with the road bike bottom bracket. So, okay, so that's, you speed yourself up, you slow yourself down, the way you use the banking in an exchange. What we want you to learn here is everything in the track is about efficiency. You want to save all your muscles for racing. You want to save all your muscles for the finish of a race, of a sprint. These guys are going to do a race. We can watch them a little bit. But when we're doing a workout, the front person's doing all the work, right? And everybody else behind that front person's getting energy savings. So I'm going to teach you how to do a pace line so that you use the banking of the track to slow yourself down. The train goes by and use the banking of the track to get back on the end of the train. Okay? But I want you to watch these guys do a scratch race. The idea behind a pace line is pace. Okay, so it's really hard when the front guy pulls off to know, oh, am I hitting wind? Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? It's job of person number 2 to let person number 1 know if they suddenly went too fast or if they're going too slow. You guys are all friends. You're all on the same team for the next 6 weeks. I want you to help each other. So if for some reason you're in a pace line and number 1 guy just starts running away.
Is that really very...
One word we use on the track. Whoa!
No, I mean that's
Slow up, slow down. Or you can say pace, which means I want you to pay attention because you just suddenly changed the pace of our nice even pace line. So don't be shy to talk to each other, but use one word because you can't hear anything on the track. It's hard to hear. Okay, as we're riding a pace line in the pole line, so our pole lane, our pace line's going along, I'm the leader, I'm done with my lap, I've given Sean the final lap, Roger's behind me, I'm going to go down this stretch here, and I do what I call open the door for Roger. Clearing the pole lane, I gradually ride up to the red line, up to the red line, red line. He's going to start one out of the pole lane at the exact same pace. And everybody's going to go with him. I'm going to keep going up. I'm going to go up. I'm going to go all the way up. All the way up.
very important if you're number 2 not to overlap wheels.
Yeah.
The number 1 guy is going up. You're the, or everybody's overlapping. Sometimes bike racing.
So always leave yourself, this is fine, I know you guys are just getting to know each other. It's okay. You're getting 30% draft right. Give yourself some reaction space.
Couple of feet's about the same as 2 inches.
Right.
You go 30 long. What's comfortable for you? Yeah.
Okay, Elizabeth, as long as you're not this far, because then the person behind you might think, is she done? And it's okay in this exercise if it gets too fast for you to quit. All right?
How do you quit?
And how do you quit? Who can tell me?
Get on the
The
top.
blue. Go on the blue.
Okay, I'm sweating. I'm tired. I can't keep up. The guy behind me is all close together. Go like this. Maybe you can do that.
I'm just going to go ahead and go above. I'm going to look.
So you don't get out of the way. When you get out of the way, you're going to make trouble for everybody. It's their job to go around.
So, and when you're done, you basically stay here and ride to the back side and go. Don't try and get back.
When it's clear and safe.
All right.
Don't go up high.
Nina, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Nina, I want you in front.
Oh, okay.
So Nina's our board member extraordinaire. She's also an assistant for our class. This is Nina, all in black. She's going to lead you around. She's going to show you how it's done the first lap. Everybody else gets to do a lap. And then when you're done, when Nina is back on the front, I'll blow the whistle. Then you take an easy lap to get to the back side, and then she'll help you get off the track. All right. Riders, roll out. I'll let you go before me.
You want to go in the back?
Start in the back.
You going to stay in the back?
somebody else go first.
Yeah, you can anywhere else. Wherever you line up is how I'll hold it up. Take you throughout, James. You're going to do an effort. All right. So hang on, you guys. You guys hang on these on the ready area, but I just want this thing on the boards right now. So you guys saw the way it happens. The person's gonna roll out. You're gonna go to the blue line. On the back stretch, you move up to the boards. And then when you come around, you're gonna hear the bell. That means next time you're gonna make your hard effort, right? So you're gonna come here. You're gonna be maximum speed between 1 and 2. You're gonna use the banking to push you down the track. You wanna ride the white line because that's the shortest line. And you wanna keep pedaling. Do not stop pedaling. Do not stop pedaling. This is where I've seen people forget. Woo, I'm done, right? Done with the sprint. And they forget. So don't, if I yell pedal at you, it's just because I want you to keep pedaling. So when you're done here, you're gonna go up track a little to scrub speed and then try and get off on the backside because someone else will be coming around you, okay? I think we should have James go first since you've been such a helper. Come on up here, James. Can you roll up here? Here, I'll take your jacket.
This one too.
Okay. So before you go, I'm going to get everybody's name. I got James. Alright. David. Toe clip David. Paul.
Brent.
Alex, I did. I'm going to go grab some pen too.
Wait a second, how old are you? Thanks. It's my age. Yeah, good.
All right.
Just
one at a time.
right.
Anything close to 14 minutes.
So, I'll need your help. When the rider is coming across for their effort, that's when the next rider is going to roll off. You don't want to go crazy fast because we need Roger to be able to time the person. So you're going to roll off easy, and then when you get to the back stretch, then you start winding up.
You have the bell, right?
When he gets a bell, I'll help you. I'll try and help you, but when he gets a bell and he's taken off for his effort,
When he's passing you, when you hear the bell, roll out.
that's when you go off.
And then we take one easy or warm up.
So you're gonna go warm up speed, and then over there you're gonna start picking it up, and then you're gonna go. So it's basically a 3/4 lap warm up.
Gotcha.
Out of turn 4, when you roll out, when you hit turn 4, you're gonna go, and then you're gonna make your best effort.
1 lap to go when you hear the bell. 1 lap to
200
go.
meters. 200 meter mark is the white line there. So the best place is above the blue line when you're coming down track. And then hit the white line in turn 3.
Basically like right here, start picking up even more. Try to stay close to the board, pick up your seat as much as you can, that way you can hug the board all the way, and then right at that ultra sign, okay, so you want to take a diagonal.
All right, so we've got
to like
Derek
the
rolling
corner
out.
where it's right there. You start the time with that white line over there, and then and then you stop it and you get to the finishing line.
Thanks for your help, John.
Hug the board, and then at the ultra sign, that's when you start kind of like coming down the track diagonal.
I sit out there all the time.
Corner, over as far as you can, up until this white line.
Oh, yeah.
shit, son.
When Victor comes by, you can roll out. Or when, I'm sorry, James. All right, James, this is it for you. Up, 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 up. I think James has done it before. So basically, he did cut off some of his speed by cutting down so fast. So, but he does want to ride the white line. Go, 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 go! Come on, James! Push it, push it, push it, push it! Go, 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 go! All right, Paul, you can roll out.
Yeah, Paul, roll out. Hey guys, that's my brother.
Yeah, Paul.
Hey, thanks.
David!
Bad news, right?